Hello everyone, welcome to this bonus video for the UV tutorial that I have made before. This is a following on the previous one, and that's the demo where we try to do the UVs and where I gave you guys a scene and two meshes, one with UV, one without. In this video I just want to show you what the scene is and how it works and what can you do with it. There's nothing special nor is necessary, but in case you want to try things out, let's go for it. Now let's start with a new scene. You open Blender, you have this, fine, and now you want to get my scene here. So what we are going to do is we're gonna go left corner and press File, go to the Open. You will find the folder that you downloaded, unzip it, just extract the files, and you will have Robo Scene 01 blend. Here, before you click this, press N, which will load you another options, and there's Load UI. If you want to keep everything the way it is, uncheck this and keep it like that. If you want to load my UI, it's just slightly adjusted. I will keep it, and now you can see I have this on the left and outliner on the right. That's the main difference. And now you can see the robot. So first, let's go to outliner. You have the groups. There's a light group. You can add lights in here. Camera as well. Shift D. I can duplicate cameras and name them as I showed in the beginning of the tutorial. Now below it is empty. This shouldn't be here because I made this because I was modeling it and I mirrored it. It's for nothing. You can delete it if you want to. Not necessary. And then below it is shadow catcher. The shadow catcher works that now that if I go to render, you can see below the robot there is his shadow. That's because of this. First of all, it makes reflection and it keeps the shadow, but it's transparent. I can always see through it. So it's just for that purpose. You can delete it if you want to, but if you don't need it, just disable in your render and don't use it. And below it is shapes. Please keep this one, that's because of these shapes that are around the robot. So keep those if possible. I will hide them again. And now we have this things covering the robot. What is it? That's the rig. In 3D, when we are trying to pose something or move something for animations as such, we make rigs. And the rig is a skeleton that is wrapped around our model in a way that it replicates the joints and the movements that's necessary for the model to make. It works in these neutral positions. We keep it like this. We have like this. Poses. We keep neutral, symmetrical poses. And then we pose it with the rig. You can see the rig in the main group, robot main. If I open this folder, there's meta rig. If I move it, the robot moves with it. And you have these bone icons as you can see, but you don't have to touch that, just so you know what it is. I will hide this. And now, for you to move this, you have to Control Tab. You will go to pose mode. In this pose mode, you can rotate, move, and scale the things as normally. And I have a mistake in here. I have the cursor in here. I will cursor to world. Select it. You already know how to do that. And up here, next to global, I will press this transform pivot point and put it to bounding box center, let's say. Anything but 3D cursor. Now I can move this. I can G to move it like this. And I can rotate these shapes. I can double click it to any pose I want to. So this is the pose mode. If I go to Control Tab again, I will go to object mode. If I go to tab, I will go edit mode, which shows me the original bones. If I move these, it doesn't move. It only works in an object or the pose mode. So let's tab for object mode. And you can see it's posed. In edit, it's not. And now, but before you do anything with it, let's go to animation tab in here. In the animation tab, you will get different windows. Sorry, the screencast, the screens I'm using is not working here. The important thing here is that right now nothing happens, but if I want to reset this, I'm in a pose mode, left upper corner, you can see object, edit pose mode. I'm in a pose mode. I will select all and Alt R, I will reset all the rotations on the model to the original pose. So everything is stored. I can move this how I want. If I select it all, then press Alt G and Alt R or Alt S, it will reset all the transformation I have done through these keys. That's one thing. And the other thing is, if I'm going to pose anything, so let's say I do this, and I want to keep this and make another one, I will select it all and press I. Now you can see these 3 yellow dots that generated, and you can move these anywhere you want to. This is a stored information about the rig, all the rotations or the movements or the scales. If I want to move to, let's say 20, and I do another pose like this, and I select all I, then this happens. It's basically an animation I created, but also it stores the pose. So I can leave this pose like this or this, and I can move it, I can delete it. And if I'm gonna make another one, but I don't store it, I move the timeline, it will reset. And if I want to go back, I will press A to select all, Alt G, Alt R, Alt S, and I know this is all reset. So that's pretty much it. We don't have to go further with this. Now let's talk about shading. Let's go to shading tab, and here in shading tab, I'm gonna go to render. You should see that already this model has some textures, but if you press on the model, the material I have made will show up down here. And now you have these 3 transparent textures. You can see body color, stripe, symbols. If I drag over this one body color, press M, it will enable it. That means that now the red color, which you can see here in the B, I can change it any way I want to. Now if I select the node and press M again, it will disable. The same with the stripes, I can enable, and symbols. Enable and change the color any way I want them to be. So this is what you can do if you want to. And on the left, we have world shader. I think I talked about that before as well. The only thing you care about is here the background, which is for strength. I have 0.1. And then on the left, rotation and Z-axis, you can press 90 for it, say, and the shadow changes a bit to control the origin of the light. I will go back to 0. And you don't have to care about anything else in here. Only these 3 nodes should be enough for you to be able to change the character. So now you know how to pause this and how to change the colors. And I told you about the homework and something you can try on a model to test your skill with UVs. So if we go into UV editing tab, you can see I already have it selected. There's this plate on the model that's hidden and it's selected. If I go here into UV space and go up here, we have this new and open on the texture. I will select the base color. And what I want you to do is, this is still selected, or select it yourself based on the knowledge you have gathered with me on this channel. I want you to select it and move it to proper place on this texture where there is a name tag. The name tag is blank. If you want to push this, you can save the image as and add your name to the name tag. But all I want you to do is take this piece, find the name tag in this whole texture and put and rotate the UV in a way so that it looks like this. This should be your result and this is how it should look like. This should test your skill a bit, but if you don't manage to do it, that's fine, it's extra, and you haven't tried texturing yet, so maybe it's unfair homework. To be honest, I don't know, but if you can try it and see how it works out for you. And that's all about this scene. I don't have anything else to say to this, so thank you for watching this small series about UVs. I hope you will enjoy this. If you play with this scene and you wanna share your result with me, you can join the Discord or just tag me on socials and I'll check it out. Or you don't have to, up to you. But if you want to, there's possibilities. But that's about it. The last thing, this scene is ready for rendering, so just press F12. And after a while, you should get the result of your pose, your colors, and your name tag. That's it. You have your result. If you want to share it with me, you can tag me on socials or you can join the Discord. I'll put the link below and share it in a proper room. I'll check it out. We can talk about it if you want to. But that should be all for this videos. I hope you like this series. I hope it gave you something and that you are confident to make your own UVs on your models. And I'll be preparing some video for next time. See you there.